Alright guys, so I am officially crippled again. So out here, got my leg propped up, and I have another VFC 416 to do a video on. So this one's totally different. This is my brother's. He brought it over because just like half of the guns that he gets in trades, they don't work. So I had to fix it. So I had to adjust the settings, a couple other things, all settings wise, and just messing around with the PSI and figuring out what the problem was. And it shoots pretty good. It's decent now. So this is a Polarstar F1. I know I don't normally do F1s, so somebody else installed the engine, and I had my doubts on whether or not it was going to shoot good at all. It's a decent shooter. It's definitely not what a closed bolt F2 or Fusion engine or even a V12 is going to shoot. This is an open bolt, a lot like Polarstar Jack, the F1, and a lot of the Wolverine products, and they're just not as good. The closed bolt systems, forward bias nozzles with dual solenoids, which is the V12 Fusion engine and F2, are all superior. But the F1 is arguably the most efficient engine out there, so it has that going for it. So I'm just going to start from the back and go to the front. On the back here, this is some sort of soft mod stock, or SOCOM stock, whatever they call them. It's tan, and it looks like it's been chewed by a dog over there. Pretty bad shape on that corner. Now, it is wired to the grip, so there's no wiring going out here, which is kind of dumb, because wiring to the grip is just not as good. It hardly ever is. It does have a hose coming out of the back here, which is pretty cool, but he should have been able to wire it to the back here also. This should not have taken place of being able to wire it to the back. The person that built it may have thought that he had to do it, wire it to the back, but I'm sure that he could have, or wired to the grip, he could have wired it to the back and still had this on there. I don't see why you couldn't do that. There's plenty of room. But they decided to go to the grip, whoever installed this. It does have a Polarstar Fusion engine, or Polarstar FCU in great shape, pretty much brand new, and then just a battery in there. And you can tell there is a new wire harness, so I don't know what brand that is, but it is a new wire harness. Pistol grip here is covered with some sort of crap-tastic covering. I don't know who the heck put this on there. That's dumb. The body is VFC, and it is a 416, and it's been painted. I don't know who the heck painted this, but why would you paint over a VFC 416? Right here it says HK416 CQB, and you can barely see it. It's actually probably not visible to the camera at all. By the human eye, and you can barely see it, but it doesn't make any sense because the H&K trademarks are pretty cool, and you're paying a premium for those trademarks just to cover them up. It makes no sense. So whoever built this, shame on you. But it is a decent paint job, I guess, but why would you do it to begin with, in my opinion? No short trigger pull mod. Whoever installed this didn't know how to tune short triggers, so it's just a stock trigger. Pretty crappy, but it is what it is. The front here is a PTS vertical grip. I love that. It's also covered with this, like grip tape of some sort. There is rail covers all along, which are really nice because these rails are sharp. That's cool. And then just a birdcage flash hider, and again the rail is a quad rail, and it is the VFC. It's a 416 style. Internally it has a Pro-Win, a Prometheus purple bucking, and then the inner barrel I'm not sure. I think we're sitting at about 110, and it only shoots about 1.4 joules with 0.28. So it's a pretty low FPS. That's again 110. 120 is really the max you ever want to go. And that would probably do 1.6 maybe with the 2.8 max, which most limits would regulate to that. Probably not over that. I have it set for 30 rounds a second, so let's just go ahead and start shooting. Yeah, it's just not as consistent as the closed bolt system. Right off the bat I can tell. But it has the trigger response. You just have the long trigger pull because the person doesn't know how to tune the trigger, which is most airsoft players, if we're being honest. Most people don't know how to build top tier guns. Alignment's actually pretty good too. Try some full auto. It's ranged here, but this will give you a good idea. See, it's just not as consistent. These are .28s, and most of the time these type of systems want like 3s, 3.2s, 3.6s because of how inconsistent they are, because they're not the closed bolts. But full autos, you can kind of get a nice burst on somebody. Doesn't have to be pinpoint accurate. See, it is over hot. So this gun would be mainly, I'd say, used for indoor or full auto. But you can make some decent hits. And I have it set for 1.4 joules with 2.8s, like I said. So that's it for my ammo. I did not bring out much. There was a 300 round high cap and then 100 round mid caps. So that was 500 rounds, roughly. And as you can see, my tank is basically on 0. But I guarantee you I could get another high cap, easy, out of this gun with what I have left. Well, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, kind of a short one. I'll have a couple of videos coming soon. Again, I have 2 guns on the way to me right now. I might find a couple things that I can make videos on. Let me know if you want to see like videos on accessories and just random stuff, because I have more time on my hands right now to make videos.